Lee sent me a really cool clip this morning about this woman selling her breast milk and having a business, and she's running around with these pumps, which they never worked for me. Breast pumps never worked for me at just like brrr, just this suction thing. Like that didn't do a thing for me. I had to nothing. What a waste of money. I did it by hand. I had to express my milk like this. Just was gonna do. I wasn't gonna do it. I don't know how they work. How are these women getting breasts out of their milk out of their breast with that little machine? I don't understand that, man. I had to, because there's sinuses in the nip and the and the areola that fill up, and then you squeeze them like a dripple, like a eyedropper, and it squirts out. How does it come out of your breast with just the suction of the? How does that work? Anyway, it works for a lot of people. They buy them and it works. I'm just like, how is this working? Anyway, I just set two glasses up and leaned over the counter and both sides. If I needed to put some in the freezer or something. Anyway, liquid gold. That's what breast milk is. Liquid gold. Well, what's in it, Karen? Ew, your body's so filthy inside. Yeah, I know. Look at all them dairy cows. Look at all them the commercial cows. And then they pasteurize. But they flash pasteurize it. It's okay if it's filled with pus and shit and God only knows what, Every disease known to man. It's all right. Dog, cow shit, dirt, stroke shit, and everything. It's okay because they flash pasteurize it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm worried about it. Anyway, but yeah. And then the minerals, apparently, this is what I've been taught, by my own self as I was researching, that when you pasteurize this dairy, it actually cooks. I mean, it's such a high temperature. I mean, it utterly destroys all the enzymes, all the minerals. They turn to stone. They're dead. They're just, and this is why a lot of Americans, starting about, 20, 30 years ago, started getting those kidney stones, big time. They're like big old thing. Everybody got because we were drinking lots of milk, because you got to drink your milk. Milk is good for you, right? Well, it is if you leave it the fuck alone. Anyway, but they don't. They don't leave it alone. But Karen, they got to transport it, and they got to do that. So they can't. You just got to have lots and lots. Well, why don't we, instead of having it be like mass marketed, and there's just no way that anybody can go around and wash all those cows' teats and make sure it's collected cleanly. We can't do that. We got to let them be filthy beyond all imagination, corral them by the thousands into these stalls where who knows if anybody's actually manually hooking up these tits to the machines. How filthy it is. It's okay if it's filthy, Karen, because we're pasteurizing it. Yeah, I know. It's just, what? So it's okay if I take a little crap in your soup. Just simmer it for a while. It'll be okay, right? Flash pasteurize just a tiny drop of my poo-poo. You're okay with that? The terrible thing is, I knew all this. And I kept putting it in my coffee, man, for years. Just kept wondering, and eating the cheese out of the grocery stores. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We can't find anything else. Then we wonder why we're all sick. Our eyebrows are falling out. My freaking lymph glands are like, we got the waddle, we got the brrr. We wonder why our bladders are falling out of our vaginas, and women got to get them tacked up. We got to get the sling and all that. Nah, we know why we got to get our boobs cut off, our freaking internal organs ripped out. It's normal now. What do you mean, Karen? You don't have any body parts removed? Actually, I do. I've had my tonsils removed. Not that I wanted that to happen. It was the operation of the time period. All kids had their tonsils removed. If you got a sore throat a couple times, out with the tonsils. They're a problem. They're causing you a problem. I cannot believe my parents were so fucking dumb that they let doctors remove a part of my immune system. Way to go, Mom and Dad. Way to fucking go. Now, I don't know if my adenoids are in there or not. I don't know. Can you see adenoids? I don't know. Can you see? I don't know. They're back on the side anyway. The milk. They ruined it. What was my point? Oh, the clip that Lee sent of the mom. The mom started a business selling her breast milk because maybe she had a lot of milk. My daughter had a lot of milk. Thank God she was able to nurse. The first one was 26 months. The second one, I'm not sure. It was past 2, though. Thank God, because these kids are fucking tight. Tight! Mentally. Because my daughter wasn't drinking, doing drugs, and doing all kind of goofy shit while she nursed them. She wasn't. Okay? So she was as clean as you could get. I mean, She unfortunately had a couple vaccines in the Army. Unfortunately. However, she has led a lifestyle in the last 10 years that she did so many different things, dietarily speaking, and running and doing different things that I feel could help to clear a lot of this shit from her body, although we could probably see it. Like my other daughter had a titer test done to see if they could see her, like her childhood shots, because they wanted her to get them again. They just get them again so you can go to school. She's like, no. So they did. She paid cash to have the titer test done. And guess what it showed? Every single vaccine they were looking for in her bloodstream that she got when she was under 2 years old or whatever, it was there. They were there in high numbers. Scary. Anyway, let's go to protect her, Karen. Is it? Are you sure about that? Anyway, it's in her. So, because I didn't know any better at the time. Well, I thought they'd take your kids away if you didn't get vaccinated. I thought I would lose my kids and go to prison. That's what I thought was going to happen. I feared every authority, everyone, everything. Just because my upbringing was so fucking bad. I lost everyone. I lost my mother at birth, my father at birth. I lost my brothers at birth. I lost everything. You know, I was like, oh, Karen, we're sorry. No, it wasn't that bad. It was an American story. It's all. I mean, my story is no more tragic or less tragic than anyone else's. I'm just saying it was particularly mine. It's crazy what we go through as individuals. And we're just like, let me hear your story. Tell me your story. And we're just like, what? Well, this is what happened to me when I was a kid. And you're just like, what? I love to hear it. I want to hear everybody's stories, you know? Tragic or wonderful or whatever they are. And on a mixture, there's a blend. But we need milk. I don't know if we need cow's milk. I don't know. I know what we don't need is pasteurized, homogenized cow's milk. We definitely not. One person needs that. Unless you're starving to death literally, and that's the only thing there. I guess I would probably drink it, right? But we're saying no. What's the ideal shit? Like, not that. Not that. People are like in the comments section. It's a mixed comment section. People are like, oh my God. And then other people are like, well, what do you mean? You're drinking out of a freaking cow. They got 4 stomachs. They're dirty. And you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what they ate. Like, well, what if she did drugs? Oh my God. There's going to be a trace amount of marijuana in my breast milk or whatever. Like, come on. What? Like, you're more concerned about what I'm more worried about what vaccine she got than if she's smoking cigarettes or taking, well, maybe drugs are bad. Drugs are bad, okay? I don't know. I just think we all need to lighten up on the breastfeeding moms and realize that this shit is liquid gold. This stuff is made personally for your baby. That's what I think. You know, it reminds me of the old wives' tale where they say when you're planting seeds for vegetables or whatever, you put it in your mouth, but before you plant it, because your body will give that seed signals about what your dietary deficiencies may be, and that plant may then decide, well, hey, I'm going to provide that for this person. I don't know. I will not discount any other thing I ever hear from the old wives or old indigenous people. I'll never discount it again, because turns out probably like 95% of this shit's absolute truth. You know, as it turns out. I mean, there's some things that probably, I can't think of any examples offhand of old wives' tales that turned out to be stupid as hell. But most are not. So pause before you snicker at the next old wives' tale you hear, okay? Just take a little pause. Peace out, YouTube. I'm rambling for no damn good reason. Anyway, that turned me on, man, to like a lot of thoughts. I was like, wow, that was amazing. Anyway, love it. Breast milk for the win. Boom, boom. Out. Over and out.